Welcome back, ScreenRanters. He's the enigma of the acting world, specializing in comedy, yet also dropping into drama when needed. I'm, of course, chatting about the Sandman, Adam Sandler.
Mercy, you win, I give.
Yet through his decades on the silver screen, there are a number of roles that Sandler almost grasped. But for one reason or another, the role was handed to another performer. Today, we're going to see what could have been, from Sandler being involved in Marvel, yep, that's a thing, to being in one of the biggest children's film franchises of all time. So grab your remote control MacGuffin from Click and let's get started! All the way back when the first Guardians of the Galaxy film was announced, the general cinema fans all collectively shrugged. Oh, how underplayed their reaction was. As of now, the Guardians are one of the big pillars of the MCU. Well, in order to give the then obscure space team a leg up at the box office, many big names were attached for various roles, one of which was Adam Sandler, which likely doesn't surprise you considering the title of the video. The former Little Nicky star was put forward as the voice of Rocket Raccoon. Since Bradley Cooper has done an excellent job as the voice actor, we might not have missed Sandler too much in the role. Although, having Sandler as Rocket tap into his Happy Gilmore days and scream abuse at Thanos would have been just great. Plus, we would have had Sandler and Don Cheadle teaming up again after 2007's Reign Over Me. Speaking of another comedy actor that's dabbled in drama, Jim Carrey was linked to the Guardians as well. It's believed he was up for Drax, which would have gotten Carrey in one of our videos of actors that have done Marvel and DC projects. What could have been. 2004 saw the release of Collateral, a film all about a chauffeur named Max played by Jamie Foxx who was taken hostage by Vincent, a hitman portrayed by Tom Cruise. The two-time Oscar-nominated film was led by one of the best crime directors of all time, Michael Mann. As told by Mann in an interview with The Hollywood Reporter, the film was originally titled The Lost Domino. Instead of being in Los Angeles, the film's events were meant to happen in New York. In the original work, Max was written as a stereotypical Jewish taxi driver. With that in mind, Adam Sandler was marked as the frontrunner for the role, while the character of Vincent was meant to be played by Russell Crowe. Mann especially hated the character of Max, as well as the dialogue throughout, but he saw the great potential in the script's actual story, so Mann rewrote it and changed the name to Collateral. With that, Sandler was kicked to the curb and Fox was brought in. In the run-up to the release of the 2005 reboot of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, a number of terrific top-tier talent, I love alliteration, was considered for the role of Willy Wonka. Since the Sandman had shown signs of playing zany characters throughout his career, see Little Nicky, the Water Boy, and You Don't Mess with the Zohan, he was considered for the role. However, Tim Burton made a shocking decision. He decided to cast Johnny Depp as the beloved, kinda creepy, character. No one saw the casting coming, they rarely worked together. Sandler wasn't the only big name considered for the kooky character. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson recently admitted on Instagram that he was briefly considered. Back then, he was only just getting his foot in Hollywood's door, so a role like that would have been a great start. But considering how popular he is today, he still did alright for himself regardless. Although we did miss out on Willy Wonka bench pressing a mound of Oompa Loompas. Another Tom Cruise film role that Sandler almost got. Perhaps Sandler could make a film about that. That dastardly Cruise barging in and snapping up roles from the plucky underdog that is the Sandman. I smell a box office hit! Anywho, this time the role was for 2010's Night and Day. But all the way back in 2005, the film was then known as Wichita. The script was slid across Sandler's desk, who took a gander at the prospect. However, if you didn't know, the film is an action-packed comedy. Apparently, Sandler couldn't picture himself holding a firearm of any kind, so he passed. But that opinion changed later in his career when Sandler was clasping various firearms in such films as The Do-Over. The script of Wichita then entered development limbo for the next few years before finally getting produced after various rewrites. In 2010, Sandler released Grown Ups to face off against Night and Day. Grown Ups battered the spy flick at the box office, making more cash with far less of a budget. Yeah, in your face, Tom Cruise.
Just go home! That's your home! Are you too good for your home?
And that's a wrap. Which of these roles do you wish the Sandman had taken? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video and want to see more, please like, share, and subscribe. All of those actions really help us out. Finally, thanks for joining us today. Bye-bye!